Get into it. I'm sure you watched the fights yesterday, right?
Yeah, definitely watch them for sure. Pay for it and all that. I wish I didn't pay for it, but I paid for it.
So, what did you think about? I think the maybe the biggest. I don't know which one's the biggest storyline, but let's just talk about Devin Haney real quick. So, what did you think about how he looked during the entire fight week? He was pretty much telling everybody, "Look, this is going to be the best version of Devin Haney you ever seen." So, did you think that, or did you think like looked a little off in there?
Honestly, brother, I feel like the best version of Devin Haney was against me. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like that was the best Devin Haney ever looked. That was the worst I ever looked, and that was the best he ever looked. And I feel like that was the best version of Devin Haney. That last night, it wasn't, bro. It wasn't a good. I mean, he literally ran around the whole time, ran around for 12 rounds straight. Like it was a terrible fight. I think it was a terrible fight. It was so boring. And I don't want to sound like a hater, you know what I'm saying? Because he did beat me. But at the same time, I give credit where it's due, and I'm a shit on you where it's due. And I feel like the best version of Devin Haney was when he fought me, or when he fought maybe like a Lomachenko or something like that, or when he fought Cambosis the second time. But that last night, it just wasn't. It seemed like he was like real gun shy. He didn't want to get hit at all. That's just what it seemed like, bro. He just literally just did not want to get touched at all.
Do you kind of do you put any stock into the long layoff at all a little bit? Or are you just like maybe a tiny bit, but he just wasn't throwing punches, looked a little scary?
Yeah, I think he was real scary, bro. I think he didn't want to get hit. He didn't want to get touched at all. Like you could tell, bro. He didn't want to get hit by nothing. I don't even think Ramirez landed the shot at all. I don't know. I mean, I kind of honestly, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Me and my daughter was playing Uno the whole time, so it was we wasn't really watching it, bro. It was. I mean, I had people over and shit, but it was just so I couldn't watch it. It was just so hard to watch. I was like, damn, I was yawning, and it was just a boring night.
Where would you where do you think he should kind of go from here? It seems like that Ryan Garcia fight might be off the table now that Ryan lost. Do you think he should keep well, he fought Jose Ramirez at 144, but it doesn't really seem like he was gonna go back down to 140. But do you think he should go back down to 140, or do you think he should stay at 47-ish? What do you think?
It's a tough one. I mean, I know he has Bill in his corner, and they'll kind of see what's on the table for him. I don't know what'll be on the table. I don't think he need to go at 147.
Hmm.
Could he still make 140? Maybe. Maybe he could, but I think maybe he need to do another catchweight fight, something like that. Do something else. Maybe fight a Rolly or something like that. Rolly just beat Ryan, and I think that Devin style might could give Rolly a little trouble because Devin's gonna move around a lot. He's Rolly's just that Rolly wants that one big shot. And it's gonna be hard to hit Devin with that, especially with the movement, especially how he was last night. All that movement, I mean, it's cool to be a mover, but to do so much movement is like, all right, sometimes it's like overkill with that. Maybe he could fight Rolly or something like that, but I definitely don't think that he should go up to 47 with especially people like a Boots or something like that, or maybe even fight Tio. If Tio going up to fight, that actually could be a good fight. Matter of fact, when I'm saying it, like that actually could be a good fight for him just because of the styles. Tio is good. Tio is good when somebody comes forward on him. Like when Tio fought Loma, when he fought Josh Taylor, even last night, he looked good. But when somebody's coming to him, but when somebody moves away from Tio, Tio has a lot of trouble. And Devin, obviously, he's not gonna be there. He's not gonna want to engage with Tio at all. So he's gonna move all around, and I think that'll be a. I think Tio might have a hard night with somebody like Devin. So I think that he probably, if and Tio was talking about going up to 147, so maybe that might be the move. I think that could be a fight for him.
Would you favor him against Tio or against Rolly? Like, would you make him the favorite against both guys or?
Yeah, I'll still favor him just because Styles, especially if he fought last night, bro. Like, I mean, how you gonna fight somebody that's literally running around all night like that? It's really hard to hit somebody. I mean, Devin fought like that against me, but not that much. He moved around a lot, but last night he really moved around. Like it was like he damn near never stays still. It was kind of like how Ali was, but Ali used to throw punches while he was moving. Like Devin was just moving the whole time. So. I would still favor him against. I would still favor him against Teal just because styles. Styles do make fights. But that last night was, bro. It was terrible.
But does a fighter like that even does a fighter like that even win a decision against a guy like Rolly and a guy like Tio? They might put a little bit of pressure and they might be throwing more punches. And Devin is gonna be moving around, maybe if maybe not throwing so many punches. Do you think the judges could be like, all right, yeah, we're not gonna give you these rounds because he's
That's
not
true.
doing anything?
That's true, bro. They probably don't. I mean, I'm pretty sure judges had last night had a shit fest last night. I know the judge was like, God damn, this what I'm working for this. Like, oh my God. Like, if I was a judge, I wouldn't go to sleep on that shit, bro. It's like, damn, I really gotta judge this. So I'm pretty sure judges are humans just like us, and they got a job to do, but they probably like, damn, I don't even want to judge no shit like this. Like it's literally just somebody running around the whole night. So maybe, bro. With that, I just don't know what he will. What he, I know he will still do something next because he does have a big name. Um, but with something like that, I mean, I don't know what he'll do. They got to go. They definitely got to go to the drawing board and sit down and really come up with a plan.
Um, yeah, I mean, you're a fighter on the highest level, so you can kind of look at a fighter and be like, hmm. When you look at Devin, granted it was only one fight, but in your head, are you just like, he's a shot fighter now? Or are you just like,
I
hmm?
can't say shot. I don't want to say shot because I fought him. And if I say shot, and if people see this interview, oh, he's hating, he's this and that. I don't want to say Devin is shot right now. I think we'll have to see another fight from him and then see. I think that we can't say shot yet, but I think that we'll have to see because a lot of people might say people telling me, oh, I should retire. I'm like, what? I train every day. I can still do all this shit. Like, what are people talking about? So people say a lot of things. But it's only the fighter that really would know what's going on. So I don't want to call him shot right now. I do want to see him fight again and then see. Now, if he performs like that again, it's like, all right, maybe he is shot if he does something like that again. But I just don't want to say he's shot right now.
Um, Switching gears, Tio looked, really good to me when I when I was watching the fight. But he
Hmm.
he seems to just like every time he's fighting a good guy or a really good guy or a great fighter, he's just like, he raises to that level. And he seems to be like one of the very, 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 very few guys that's calling out Jaron Ennis. Is that a fight where you're just like, yo, Jaron is great. Tio always rises to that occasion. I actually want to see that fight.
I think Jaron Anderson too much, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I think he's too much. I think, bro. I think Tio. I don't know if Tio actually believes he can beat him. I mean, no, I do believe that Tio does. As a fighter, you do believe. I think he does believe that. But I think Jaron Ennis is a different monster, bro. He has skill and he's big. He's powerful. Jaron Ennis is not a small dude, bro. That's a big old dude. You know what I'm saying? And he's strong. He was calling out Crawford too. Is like, bro, you biting off way more than you could chew, bro. Like with Jaron Ennis, bro, way more. I don't think that. See, honestly, I don't think he has a chance with Jaron Ennis. Not even a chance. It's too, and it's not the skill, bro. It's just like Jaron Ennis is big. He's strong. He's powerful, and he has skill. He's not just big and strong. He has skill also. So hell no. I don't. Maybe and Tio is a little off too. So Tio does say a lot of things that just for publicity. Like he was saying about the bananas with Crawford and all kinds of shit like that. And then Crawford kind of pulled up on him, like, man, what you said? He was like, oh, I was just saying this for publicity. So maybe he is saying it for publicity, and they go fight somebody else. But Jerron Ennis, no, bro, I can't see it.
Is
No.
is it just the size and strength that you just like Jaron is too much in that department? And do you think that just from like a skill standpoint, athleticism standpoint, Tio can actually match him in those departments? Or we just
No,
outgun
I think skill and athleticism, Tio, he's up there with him. I don't think he's the same, but I think he is up there with him. But you talk about somebody, all right, maybe somebody with the same skill, but somebody's just way bigger and way more powerful. That's the difference too. They can have the same skill, but there's somebody that just hit way harder than you. Then what you gonna do against them? And I don't think, man. I mean, like you guys say, like with Tio Cambosis beat him, and He had troubles with Claggett. He had troubles with Ortiz. He had troubles with a lot of people. And Jaron Ennis is, bro, like way more than all of them put together. So I just can't see it, bro.
Is is T.O. at the very least the most difficult fight for Boots for compared to like Barrios, compared to Brian Norman? Because I mean, it's like we always say, T.O. is a significantly smaller guy than Boots for sure. But this dude, man, it's like whenever you put a great fighter in front of him, he just
He
turned
shows
into
out.
it.
He does.
Yeah.
He does show up. That's true. That's true. That's true. Man, you just never know. I think skill wise, yeah, Tia's, he's better than Brian Norman. He's better than Barrios. But he just doesn't have that size. He doesn't have that frame. That's just all. So I just think that eventually he will get hit. He will get caught, and it's not gonna be. I think if Boots hits him, nah, bro. It's not gonna be good.
Let's go to the main event. I mean, shoot, everybody was jumped out their seats when Ryan got dropped in that second
Yeah,
round. We're like, what was
right.
your reaction when he got caught like that, man?
I was like, God damn. I mean, I felt like somebody. I felt like one of them was gonna catch the other one. I definitely felt like I didn't think Rose was gonna catch him that early, but I definitely felt like somebody was gonna get caught. Because both of them do have big power. Um, but man, Ryan didn't look the same, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, at first I didn't believe the Osterane shit, whatever it was. I didn't believe that shit. But man, Ryan didn't look like that against Devin, bro. I really like. It's just man. Excuse me. Boxing just so dirty, bro. You never know what's true, what's not true, and you don't know. You just don't know. You don't know nothing about that type of shit, right? But man, with that, like Ryan did not, bro. He did not look the same. He didn't look the same when he fought Devin for sure.
Um, Ryan was saying a few things. Remember I asked him yesterday, like, what do you think was off? And he was just like, some of the stuff with Devin took like a mental toll and being out of the ring for a while. And he said during like training camp, he could never get like progressively sharper. Like, day one of training camp compared to like day 60, it kind of like a whole different
Hmm.
fighter at that point. And he was just like,
Right.
he just couldn't get like that sharpness and stuff. Like, do you think any of like that layoff or anything else kind of played a role, or are you
It
just kind of
can,
giving
yeah,
that?
yeah. I mean, as a fighter, yeah, all that stuff can play a role for sure. Yeah, I mean, a long layoff. He had a lot of stuff going on in his head. That definitely, bro. Like with a fighter, you gotta realize we all do the same shit, bro. We all run, we all sport, we all hit the bags, we all swim, we all do the same stuff. But what's gonna separate you is the mental. And when you got so much stuff mentally going on, I know his mama had cancer. He got a lot of stuff going on, so that could be true. Um, but he just didn't look the same. It's just like the storyline it's just not adding up, dog. That just the math it's not mathing. That's all. So it's just like he just didn't look the same. Like he really didn't look the same as when he fought Devin. Both honestly, both of them didn't look the same.
Mm.
Devin was when he fought Ryan, he was more in front of him. And Devin was winning a lot of that fight. But besides him getting dropped and stuff, Devin was actually doing good. But both of them seem like they just not the same fighters. Both of them. Something that fight did something to both of them.
I was just about to say, do you think it like they might have took a piece of each other, which sounds kind of weird. Maybe I could see like Ryan maybe took a piece of Devin, but Devin didn't really inflict a lot of damage on Ryan. He might have
Right.
won like most of the rounds, but I don't know. What do you think? Maybe they took a piece of each other, or
Maybe. I think that Ryan took a piece of Devin physically, and maybe Devin and his team took a piece of Ryan mentally. That's
Mm,
what it kind of seemed like to me, bro. Because it's like Ryan was just off. Like he didn't seem the same. And like I said, like it's just the mat just not matching, bro, because like he just didn't look the same when he fought Devin, bro. He did not look the same. So maybe he was on that shit. I don't know. I can't. I wasn't there. I'm not God, so I don't know what I don't know what nobody was doing. But at the same time, bro, Ryan did not look the same. He did not look the same fighter. He was throwing a lot of punches. He was with Rolly. He was not throwing punches. He wasn't even throwing. He barely was throwing his hook. With Devin, he was throwing punches. He was out to have fun. He looked like a different fighter, and um, he looked really, really average. I mean, like in that fight, he looked like he was a C level minus fighter.
mm.
Yeah, I see C level, C minus level fighter. That's what he looked like. in that fight. Against Devin, he looked like shit, damn near a fighter. And the levels dropped tremendously in this fight, so he didn't look the same at all.
What about Rolly, man? Like you've always been like a little bit like Rolly ain't really nothing bad, but
Rolly
Rolly,
ain't shit. I'ma still say Rolly ain't shit, bro.
he
He
on
got
top of
power.
the
Rolly
world
got
though.
power.
He on top of
Yeah,
the
he is
world.
on.
Man.
He's on top of the world, bro. And listen, congratulations to Rolly. Rolly says, bro, congratulations, bro. You did your thing. I'm happy for you. You know what I'm saying? But I never thought Rolly was a good fighter. I just never thought Rolly was a good fighter. Tank knocked him out. The old man was whooping on his ass and put him on his ass. He got pit bull to fuck him up, and but styles make fights. And congratulations, bro. I'm happy for him. I'm glad that it's good because he started late like me. He started like 16, 17, and he's on top of the world now. So that's good. That's motivation and inspiration for like people that's older that's kind of getting into boxing. They be like, damn, Broly did it. Shit, I might do it too.
Do you think Rolly should fight Jaron Ennis?
Hell no.
I-
Absolutely not. Hell no. Bro, he got stopped by Tank. He got stopped by Tank. He got fucking beat up by Pitbull, and he let that old man whoop on his ass. Hell no, no indeed.
I-
Listen, bro, Jaron Ennis is up. I feel like, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Jaron Ennis is up there with like the Crawfords and shit. He didn't get that. He didn't get to prove it yet, but he's up there with he's because you gotta realize he has skill level. He's big. He's strong. He's fast. He can take a punch, and he has skill level. And he's right now. He's like kind of climbing into his bag right now. So I don't think, bro. Absolutely not, bro. They definitely should stay away from that fight unless Rolly just want cash a check and get the hell out of here. Then he can do that, but I don't think no, bro. I don't think he can.
it,
Not
it,
right now.
it seems like you look at Jaron Ennis and he's like he automatically passes your eye test and like obviously what he just did to Stan Yoden, so you're just like, oh yeah, this that's a different cat right there.
He really is, bro. He is, bro. Right now, you gotta look at the division, bro. At 147, like what's out there for him. He's definitely different right now. It's nobody out. I think he's right now. He's in a league of his own. I think the Stanionis fight was the thing that I think Stanionis was the next closest thing to him, and he destroyed him. So you got Brian Norman and you got Barrios. I mean, come on, bro. Barrios about to fight Pacquiao. He about to get a crazy. He about to get a crazy bag to fight Pacquiao. So obviously, he not worried about no goddamn. I wouldn't need to. I'd be the same thing if I could fight. Why would I fight Boots if I could fight Pacquiao? I would do the same shit. All the promoters say, "Oh, what's this?" But it's Pacquiao. Why wouldn't you fight a legend? So I'll do the same shit. I'll fight Pacquiao.
Yeah. If two questions about Barrios. If Barrios didn't, if he wasn't gonna fight Pacquiao and he actually fought Rolly, who would you take in that one actually?
I probably take Rolly. I really might take Rolly, bro, because Rolly.
You know what, man? You like Rolly, man. You gotta stop your shit, man.
Listen,
You
bro,
like Rolly.
I'm not listen, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of Rolly's style, but I'm a fan of Rolly as a person. But I'm not gonna lie. Me and Rolly has talked on the phone before. We was on FaceTime before,
Okay.
so like I'm not for me, I'm not a hater and stuff like that. I mean, I'll talk to people. I'm just not a fan of Rolly's style or nothing like that. But like, as a person, bro, I don't know him and stuff. I mean, I talked to him before, I highlight him and shit like that before. But no, I never thought Virus was good either. That's the thing. I mean,
Mm.
he just fought Abel Ramos, and Abel Ramos put him on his ass. Abel Ramos, I mean, bro, I beat Abel Ramos in 2017. And I don't know, people don't even know that. Like I destroyed Ramos in 2017. And he just came up and he just shit, he that they had a draw and he damn near he probably beat him, Barrios. So I never thought Barrios was really that good, but Barrios got something on his side because he keep getting opportunity after opportunity after opportunity. So I mean, something going on with him. He got some good juju on his side. But if he fight Rolling, I would lean more towards I'm not gonna I would lean more towards Rolling.
So does that mean that you think Pacquiao will beat Barrios when they fight in
Yeah,
October,
yeah,
July? You do?
yeah. I think Pacquiao gonna beat him. Yeah. I do
So
think Pacquiao's gonna beat him.
so do you think there's actually a chance where it's Pacquiao and Boots that's fighting for undisputed instead of I mean not Pacquiao and Boots. No, yeah, Pacquiao and Boots
Yeah, Pacquiao and
like
Boots.
as opposed to like Boots and like Brian Norman fighting for undisputed? Do you give Pacquiao like if he came out like the Thurman Pacquiao, you think he got a shot against Boots?
That's hard to say. I gotta see how he gonna look against Barrios. I mean, Pacquiao old as hell right now. He's still legend. He's still Pacquiao, but I don't think that style. Pacquiao styles. Just like I said, bro, styles make fights. So I don't think Boot's style is suitable for Pacquiao. I think that man, Pacquiao needs somebody that Pacquiao, he doesn't like counter punches. And Boots could be a counter puncher. That's why I think Pacquiao didn't want to fight Crawford all those years. Crawford been calling out Pacquiao. Pacquiao was like, what? Hell no, I'm not fighting Crawford because Crawford gonna move around. He gonna hit me, and then he has power at the same time. So I don't think I don't know if I favor Pacquiao against. I mean, maybe a younger Pacquiao, but right now Pacquiao like 44, 45, bro. Like
Yeah.
that's old, bro. That's old, bro, to be a damn boxer at the highest level. But I don't give too much credit to Barrios. I think that Barrios is there. He's there to be hit. Boots is not gonna be there. He's not gonna be there to be hit by Pacquiao.
Hmm, got it. Um, Shifting gears to, I know when you was looking at the entire card, those guys were either at 140 or used to be at 140. Like Barboza, obviously. Do you
Mhm.
look at like a Barboza and say, you know what, if I could get my hands on a guy like Barboza, who has only one loss right now, just had the interim title, let me see if I get a Barboza fight, man.
I'm trying to fight. I'm trying to fight whoever to get back to the belt, brother. I'm not gonna lie. Whoever to get back to being a champion again. That's just who I'm. I'm ready for that. I'm talking to my manager and stuff like that right now. And so it did. Last night did shake up a lot of stuff in the division. It did a lot of shaking up right now. So it's a lot more options out there for me right now than at first. So yeah, I'll be looking at whoever. I don't think it's me and Barboza. We talked a few times and stuff, but he actually, bro. Barboza actually told me coming to camp with him when he fought Catterall. I'm like, bro, we might fight each other. I'm not. I can't come spoil you. He was like, man, come to. He was like, bro, come on, come to Big Bear, bro. We can spoil. I'm like, bro, I can't spoil you, bro. Like I'm about to. We actually might fight one day. We in the same division. We might fight each other one day. So he a cool dude and stuff. He always talk to me and stuff and or whatever. So, um, but yeah, maybe I'm golden boy now. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Um, just a few more questions for you. Do you kind of look at do you see a little bit of a light at the end of your boxing tunnel? You're, a little bit older in your 30s. You've accomplished a lot. You fought the top guys. It's just
Mhm.
like you kind of look back and say, you know what? Retirement not that far off. I done did a lot already.
Yes and no. I feel like in my personal life, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, man, I feel like I am switching over because I'm becoming more of a boss, bro. I'm doing so much outside of boxing and so much investing and so many like business things, but I still love it. That's the thing. I told my manager, I'm like, bro, I got everything, bro. Like I really don't need to fight no more for like I can finish. I don't have to like as far as like money wise, but I really still love it, bro. I still wake up and I still train every day and my body still can do it. So I look at people like Irisline Lara, bro. Like he's still a champ. He like the oldest champ. He's 42 or something like that. I'm 36. So, bro, that's 6 more years. I probably, if I don't know if I'm gonna still fight 6 more years, but at the same time, my body still can take it. Like I didn't have no punishment. My brain still can work correctly. Um, and I can still do it. Like I can still take the grind of like training every day. And I still really want to do it. If I didn't want to do it no more, like, all right, shit, this might be it. Or or really if my body couldn't take it no more. But I still can do it. I was in Vegas training, bro. I was training with me and this dude. We was training. And he was stopping more than me. And this dude I asked him, I was like, bro, how old are you? He was like, man, I'm 18. I'm like, damn. I was like, bro, this dude young enough to be my son. Me and his mom are like the same age. I'm like, damn. And I'm still doing all the same things they doing in Vegas. So I still want to do it. And I still just kind of want to do it. I'm still in this career, and I still want to do it.
But can the 36-year-old Regis that's rich beat the 26-year-old Regis that don't quite got it the way he got it right now and willing to take somebody head off to get to that bag?
That's a good question. I feel like I'm not gonna lie, bro. I feel like I'm hungry as hell now because I still because I got everything and I still train every day. I still train hard as hell every single day. But I'm not gonna lie, when I was 26, 27, yeah, I was trying to kill everybody. I was a killer. Like I didn't have shit, so I was a killer. So it is it's that's a real good question. Um I feel like now though in my boxing career, I am gonna, change up my style and because I was like when I was younger, I was just a savage. Like bro, it don't matter who I fought, it don't matter what weight, it don't matter who I fought, no matter like I'm trying to beat up everybody. Now I am more I'm definitely more smart about things that I'm doing. And yeah, that's a real good question, brother. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I would love to see that fight actually. Like,
Got played on the video game. No, that's all.
right? Last question for you. No, we have Canelo tonight. Everybody expecting him to beat William Skull. So, we're just no disrespect to William Skull. If he pulled out the upset, then great. But if he does lose, we got the Crawford fight. Everybody kind of goes back and forth. I feel like I ask somebody one day, they say one thing, the next day they say something else. Are you kind of going back and forth with it a little bit, or are you just no, I'm steadfast on this person winning that fight?
I, I'm steadfast on Canelo winning,
Hmm.
but but I'm not gonna say I'm going back and forth or nothing like that. But it's always a different scenario, and it's just like man, if you look at who Canelo lost to. He lost to good boxers. That's it. He lost to Floyd. He really lost to Rolando Lara. Austin Trout was giving him trouble. People like that and Bivol beat him. So people like that that can hit and move a little bit, they will give him trouble. But Canelo is just so damn big and so strong to I don't know. I don't know if Crawford can take that. You know what I'm saying? I don't at the and then Crawford older than me, so I don't know if he could take that at the stage in his career. So I still got Canelo, but I know me and Shakur was trying to bet me. He was like, man, he gonna beat him. Crawford his partner. So he was like, yeah, Crawford his partner. So he was like, man, I got Crawford and watch this and all that stuff. So um, but I still got Canelo. I still got Canelo in the fight. It's just I mean, it's just the weight difference, bro. The size and stuff like that. It was because you got to realize, bro. Look at when Mel fought him, when the twin fought him. Twin is bigger than Crawford. Twin is way bigger than Crawford and stronger and shit. Twin didn't want to get hit by that shit. So, he and Twin tried to, he tried to move around, he tried to box, but Canelo got to him. He still caught up to him. And Twin looked at in the weigh-ins and everything, the pre-fight, like Twin looked at I was like, damn, Twin looked at bigger than Canelo. But it's a difference. You could look bigger, but when you actually fight bigger, it's always a difference. So, yeah, bro, I got Canelo, but I know
Um,
Crawford will try to take a book out of the Floyd, take a page out the Floyd book, the Bivol, just try to buy Irislan DeLauro, just try to box him. But I just think, man, eventually Canelo that style gonna probably catch up to him, and yeah, we'll see.
actually, last one. I actually wanted to ask you about the Shakur versus Zepeda thing. I would assume you're probably gonna favor Shakur, but is Zepeda the type of fighter that you think can beat Shakur? Because if you had to pick somebody to beat Shakur, would you rather have somebody that's just like, all right, go out there and try to outbox this master boxer, or would you be like, you know what, don't even go out there and box, just go fight this dude?
Go fight him. You got to fight Shakur, bro. Don't fight. I mean, Shakur. As far as boxing, bro. I mean, who on the planet, bro? Who can try to outbox Shakur on this planet? I mean, nobody. I don't think nobody right now. He's too young. You gotta. I think so. With somebody like that, you just gotta go and have an ugly style and just go beat him. If you take a page out of your boy book, Mayorga when he fought Vernon Forrest. Somebody like that. That's Vernon Forrest, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, so when he beat him, Vernon Forrest was a good boxer, but Mayorga was just wild and just swung. And I think like somebody like Shakur, they been in the amateurs. He was Olympian, so they saw all the styles. But somebody like a street fighter, he not gonna know what to expect. He was like shit just coming from everywhere. So I think with him, bro, you gotta fight him, bro. You can't outbox Shakur. I don't think, like I said, I don't think nobody on the planet right now could outbox somebody like Shakur. He's really just too good at being a boxer. You got to give him something he's never seen before, or something that he's really uncomfortable and just shit throw a lot of punches. Do like Madonna with Floyd. Do like Mayorga with Vernon Forrest. Just you gotta go out there and just fight his ass.
That's a hell of a point, and and Mayorga ended up beating him twice. So
That's what I'm saying because yeah, because he not expecting that. Is sometimes, bro, you in the gym, you training for somebody, and you know you expect them to. You might be so good, and you expect them to throw a punch a certain way, and they just throw punches way different. Like, God damn, this shit is ugly, but it's working. You know, especially then when somebody got power, it's like, damn, this shit ugly, but it's working. And then this motherfucker hitting me hard because I've been in that position before. Like, bro, this motherfucker. Damn, he ugly. You know, this aggravating, it's aggravating ugly, but it's hitting me and it's aggravating me, you know? So yeah, bro, that's I think that's how you gotta fight Shakur. You gotta fight Shakur like that. You don't try to outbox Shakur. You're not gonna he probably one of the best pure boxers on the planet right now.
yeah,
So anybody that fight him, don't try to outbox him, bro. You gotta fight him and make it rough and dirty, and that's how you gotta fight Shakur.
got it. Just tell fans like at least maybe like a little bit of an inkling when you think you might return back to the ring. If you don't have like an exact date, obviously.
I don't got no date, bro. I don't have no date when I'm gonna return. But summertime, and like I said, bro, now I'm just really just doing this shit for fun. I just love it. That's all. I just really just want to fight. I really want to get back in there. Last night, it made me kind of miss it. Like, damn, walking to the ring, getting in there, even getting hit, bro. I went spar. Um, I went spar Wednesday, and I just felt like it. I know it sounds crazy as hell, but I just wanted to get hit. I really just wanted to like. I want to feel that shit again, getting punched and shit like that. So. I know it sounds crazy, but only boxers will understand this. But yeah, probably I would think probably in the summertime.
Got it. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Have a good one, brother.
You too, man.
Yeah.